Good morning, all my Dharma friends. I hope all of you physically healthy, mentally happy, and safe. Also, happy Vesak month. Please always remember we are still on the Vesak month. Before we start our Dharma class, please everybody concentrate on your breath in and out in order to calm your minds. Thank you. So at the beginning of our practice, when you start meditating or concentrating on your own breath, so we can have three benefits. First, number one, so when you fully absorb your breath in and out, it reminds you you're still alive. You're still, breathing. Haven't stopped your breath. That means you always remember you are still alive. Second, so when you absorb your breath in and out, it reminds you impermanence. So every moment our breath going in and out, breath in, breath out, inhales, exhales. When we stop breathing for, let's say, 10 minutes or 20 minutes, then we going to die. The death will come. The third, number three, the most important benefit you have when you concentrate, absorb your breath in and out, then your focus, your thoughts fully focusing on your breath. The breath doesn't have colors, shapes. It doesn't have anything to, arising attachment, arising anger, arising hatred. So there your mind become neutral. When our minds became neutral, neither negative nor positive, then for us very easy to change our mind into the positive states. If you are very experienced, Dharma experienced practitioner, if you have a good experience about practicing Dharma, then you can change your mind negative to positive. You don't need to develop a neutral. If you are not good in Dharma practice, then first you need to know the negative thoughts are arising. Then somehow you just meditate on your breath in and out, in and out. So somebody calling, meditate on your breath in and out. Then slowly the positive minds change. So the negative mind change into neutral. Then the neutral mind very easy to transform into positive states. There's a very nice analogy said by Tibetan master, a Tibetan master. In your room, there's only one bed with blankets, soft pillow, and soft mattress. Very nice, very warm, only one bed. In the room, there are two person. The weather is very cold, like a Tibet, like a Ladakh, winter time. Then one person already has taken the bed. So one person, he or she, really sleeping in the warm bed. Also, you feel so cold. You want to sleep in the bed. You want to use the bed to warm up yourself. Then if you ask the person, hey, you get out. I want to sleep. I want to use the bed. The person won't get up. The person still occupy the bed. So you have to be very wise, very intelligent how you kick out from the bed. Then you can say, hey, outside, somebody offering very warm and delicious food. Or in the outside, there's a beautiful, dancing and singing. Then the person definitely has a desire to eat, warm food, delicious food. He has a desire to watch, the beautiful dancing and singing. Then the person definitely, leave the bed, go out to get the food, and watch the beautiful, events. At that time, you must occupy the bed. Therefore, not experienced person, you cannot transform negative mind into positive. So you need to deceive. You need to be very clever how to deceive the negative thoughts. Then become neutral, then become positive. Therefore, every moment when you meditate on your breath, first benefit is reminds you still alive. Also, it reminds you when I stop my breath, my breathing, I am already in next slide. No more this slide. Remember your impermanence and death. Second is third, your mind become very calm through the breathing meditation. The third benefit, very easy to transform your mind from negative to positive. Positive to negative you no need to put any effort. Naturally, or you can say naturally is transport positive to negative very easily without putting any effort. Right? Therefore, you beginning of your daily meditation, you do the breathing meditation. And also sometime, because we are living in the busy kind of country, so we are already on the 21st century. So every moment, we have a lot of problems, difficulties. We can have economically problems, family problems, problem in the workplace, problem with your families, or someday you have a lot of your own, the negative problems, negative thoughts problem. That moment, also you just, do the breathing meditation for a few minutes. Then also, that means you are giving, good resting. You're giving yourself. You're taking good resting through the breathing meditation. Right? So therefore, at the beginning of meditation, it is very important to do the breathing meditation. But the breathing meditation is not actually, the actual meditation. This is the kind of foundation for, meditation. So this is kind of, the precondition to meditate on compassion, calmness, emptiness, impermanence. So many of our Dharma friends, they are very satisfied only doing the breathing meditations. If you look at the from two like Buddhist lineages, two Buddhist tradition, from the Theravada point of view, yes, at the beginning they do meditation on breath. Then slowly they do meditation on the four feelings. Four meditations. Through the four meditations, slowly you are engaging into meditation on the Four Noble Truths. Then 12 links and selflessness. So when you think from the Theravada Buddhist point of view, Theravada tradition, the breathing meditation is the precondition for meditation for meditator. From the Mahayana, the Buddhist Mahayana point of view, also the breathing meditation is the kind of foundation to meditation, to meditate on something, right? Second, after our mind become very calm, we just go directly about the bodhicitta. Then visualize all sentient beings. And you just imagine you are observing, you are looking at each of the sentient beings. So when we think about the being in the lower realms, for us, very easy to understand the sufferings, suffering of change, the pervasive sufferings. So when we observe, around our human beings, also for us very easy to understand, some of your friends, family, relative, they have a lot of problems and sufferings. But when we observe, when we think about the wealthy family, very rich family, then we guess those families are very happy. We guess they don't have any problems. Then we have a strong desire to be rich, to be wealthy as them. So when you discuss closely to the one of the richest, family, one of the richest person in Singapore, then gradually we know they have a more problem than us. Also, when we visualize the being in the like a form and formless realms, we guess those beings are fully, happy, truly happy. Also, we are mistaken. Compared with desire realms, lower realms, they have a better life. They have a longer and healthy life. Still, they go through suffering of changing, and pervasive suffering. They are not yet free from suffering. One day, they will, come down, they will born into lower realms. Therefore, visualize all sentient beings and generate pure love. First, love. You must have a sense of love for everybody's. When you have a sense of love, then you have a sense of caring, sense of sharing. For example, first, you don't know anything about one person, the person, you don't know anything. Then you meet you met the particular person somewhere, you have a discussion, then you exchange the contact, then slowly you really like the person, and the like become love. It's a negative love or positive love, doesn't matter. When you have a strong love for the person, then you are very happy to share your happiness, your wealth. You are very happy to care the person because you really truly love the person, right? Then when you truly love the person, when you see the person has a little problems, you cannot bear the problem having the person because you truly love the person. Likewise, at the same way, we must have a truly love towards all sentient beings, whether they are like a rich, poor, human being, animals, celestial being. We must have a truly pure love for all sentient beings. Then, based on the pure love, then you have a compassion, wish them free from sufferings, wish them have a cause of happiness, wish them free from cause of sufferings. Therefore, for the short time, so please everybody generate pure love towards all sentient beings, particularly if you have a group of people or someone whom you really don't like, whom you really have a sense of hatred, also generate love. Then compassion. Then based on compassion, then you generate bodhicitta. Okay, so we can have a short time for generating the four immeasurables, particularly the first two, immeasurable of love, compassion, then generate bodhicitta. generate, cultivate bodhicitta. The mind wish to be Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So the mind, the fully awakening mind, we name bodhicitta. Also we name the conventional bodhicitta. Then the conventional bodhicitta, which is you have been generating, you just imagine the bodhicitta transform into full moon in your heart. The full moon, complete, the milky color moon in your heart. Then within the bodhicitta mind, when you look at around, all sentient beings, when you look at around your friends and family, so due to the Buddha teachings, due to your studying Dharma, at least you know how to free from suffering, how to achieve Buddhahood, how to achieve, like an enlightened being, how to be enlightened being. Also, due to study of Dharma, at least you know how to control your negative thoughts. Due to studying Dharma, at least you know, which is good for you, good for others, which is bad for you, which is very bad for others. Therefore, you must feel I'm very lucky to be a human being, to able to study Dharma. At least I know, how to overcome from the suffering and the cause of suffering, how to achieve the ultimate, the truly happy states, and cause to achieve the ultimate happiness. So when you observe other sentient beings, everybody equally wish to be happy. They always, try to achieve happiness. Therefore, I told many times, someone want to do good business because they wish to earn a lot of money. Then they believe I can be very happy. My family can be very happy. My, children or my relatives can be very happy. Particularly, I can be very happy if I have earn a lot of money. Therefore, they are doing business mainly, for achieving happiness. Some of you, like a single, or you are thinking, oh, I want to get married. If I married with him or her, then you think I can be very happy because getting married also for happiness. Or some of you, like to drink alcohol, like smoking, sex, because you just want to be happy, happiness. Your achievement is happiness. Or someone, sometimes you deceive others, cheat other, or deceive yourself. Again, your, the kind of goal is to be happy, happiness. But when we observe those sentient beings, they want to be happy. They always engage into negative actions. They always, let all the negative thought arise. They never try to, generate the positive thoughts. When you think this way, you feel, so you really have a very compassion. Also, sometimes you feel very sad. Sometimes you feel kind of bit discouraged because you wish them to happy, but the action is totally opposite. Wish to be happy, always engage into negative actions. Wish to be happy, they never try to control the actual cause of unhappiness. For example, one of your best friend, you truly like the person, then you always wish the person be very happy. He or she also saying, I want to be very happy. But the person become alcoholic. He or she believe drinking alcohol is the best cause to have a happiness. But he wish to be happy. His or her action is always negativity. Then how the person can be happy? Then you really need to educate. You really need to explain until your alcoholic person become very convinced. So in order to do that, first you have to be very intelligent. Also, you need to know what I should talk to the alcoholic friend, when I should talk, how long I should talk. If you talk to your alcoholic friend when he or she was totally drunk, it's not the right time to talk. Or he or she is not fully drunk, but still, he or she is not so happy. Then this is not the right time to talk, to change themselves. Therefore, you need to be very intelligent. You need omniscient. Therefore, it is so important to be Buddha than just wishing to be Buddha. So in order to be Buddha, you have to free from all the negative thoughts, particularly ignorance. Ignorance. Because ignorance is like a king of the samsara. Everything controlled by ignorance. So ignorance can be eliminated if you really realize emptiness, selflessness, shunyata. In Chinese you call kong, right? Tang kong or kong, kong shin, kong. So the emptiness, the kong, it doesn't mean there's nothing, totally empty. For example, I have a water bottle. I can see inside there's a water. If I see this container is empty, is you really denying the conventional truth? It's not right. Empty means the things are there. The things are not there as we perceive for us. That means all phenomena has for us, the dualities. Perceived in another way, exist in different way. So for us, we have always duality. Thing perceived to us in a different way, exist in another way. Look like you have a very trustable friend, you really trust the person, but your best friend, you believe he or she is my best friend. But the best friend has a kind of double standard, two faces, showing you very nice face, caring face, loving face. Behind, he or she has a very strong deceive mind, deceive you. So far you don't understand the double standard, double faces. Then you are always deceived by your best friend. For us, we really don't understand all phenomena as a duality, double standard. Appear to us in a different way, and the reality exists in another way. So we need to realize this one. Therefore, emptiness. That means very simple way. I know many of you really don't have the concept, don't have a knowledge, idea about emptiness. Very simple way. We just think the things around us exist, establish, depend on many different causes and conditions. None of the phenomena exists independently. Their nature is empty of independent existence, totally empty of independent existence, independent entity. It is meditate on emptiness. Particularly, if you have a person, an object, which you really strongly attach to the person, strongly attached to the phenomena, you just remember the person, remember the object, which you truly attach. Then you do analyze the things appear to us. Is really, really exists from their side, or based on my, based on my perception. The beautiness of the person, the beautiness of the phenomena, which is appear to you as a very beautiful. The beautiness exists from the object side, or is your own perception. Then you will know nothing really exists from their side. Things are there, but you really label based on your perception. Oh, this is beautiful, this is ugly, this is nice, this is not nice. So if you have a strong anger, you really hate someone, also you can visualize the person whom you really hate the person, then ask a question. The person whom I always hate, is he or she is truly their side, or from your, based on your conception, based on your perception? Then really it is depend on your, thoughts. For example, yesterday, the person your best friend. Today, the best friend become your best enemy. The friend to enemy, enemy to friend, changing friend to enemy to friend is not the person is changing. The person is physically same or mentally same, but it changes your perception. Therefore, any of the phenomena not truly exists from the object side. That means for you, when you look at around you, you really look like, in the delusion and the illusion. Therefore, until today, we believe everything is truly exists from their side. Today, I realize nothing exists from their side. Everything look like, kind of delusion for you. So meditate on emptiness. Then emptiness you transform as a, Vajra with the 5 spots, white color on the full moon. Then the 2 minds, the bodhicitta the wisdom which realizes emptiness, the two important is the conventional bodhicitta, then the ultimate bodhicitta, which is the wisdom which realizes emptiness. We name, ultimate bodhicitta, the true bodhicitta which you have generated. You should think, this mind which is I generated, I'm not going to kind of give up to practice these two minds until I become Buddha. Second, then you need to take a vows, not let it go, not let the true bodhicitta go, I'm not going to give up practicing the true bodhicitta. Then vows, commitments, promise is a similar meaning. Then the last time we said, okay, the bodhisattva vows, you can, you can take in front of your own gurus or in front of the holy object, like Buddha Tangas, statue, stupa, picture, whatever you have. You don't have, also you can visualize the Buddha Shakyamuni according to the photo which we used in the past. You visualize the Buddha picture, then you do 3-time prostration, take a refuge, and then practice for immeasurable, generate bodhicitta, generate the wisdom. Then you must think this true bodhicitta, I will practice until I become a Buddha. That means you are taking bodhisattva vows. So bodhisattva vows you can take until you become Buddha. Then the 7 I ask you to do homework about the 7 Pratimoksha vows. The 7 Pratimoksha vow you can take only until your death, until your death. So the 7 Pratimoksha vows, remain with you until you died. After you die, there's no more, any of the 7 Pratimoksha vows. Therefore, when we take any of the Pratimoksha vows, we must say, I will accept, the layperson vows, full ordained vows, until I am death, until my death. Bodhisattva vows, Vajrasattva vows, you can say, I will take until I become a Buddha. In between, if you decline your Bodhisattva vows, or Tandayana vows, still you can take again, you can retake. The Pratimoksha vow, not like that. Okay, so last time we said, okay, there's a 2 options. One, you can accept in front of the gurus. Second, you can accept in front of the holy object. For example, the Manjushri Sutra, the teaching is very, very important. Naming of the Manjushri name, I think Manjushri, the Sutra is very, very important. So in Tibet, the lineage was there for, I think, certain years. Then the lineage is disappeared. Then His Holiness asked to his teacher Ling Rinpoche, you must receive this lineage from the Buddha, particularly the Buddha statue in the Bodh Gaya temple. So his teacher, seated there maybe many hours. Then he received the teaching from the Buddha statue. We say Buddha, we better say Buddha, not say Buddha statue. We have a statue. We say we receive the Buddha. Why? Because all the holy object you have in your house. We should not think this is just picture, this is statue, this is made of coppers, made of gold. You must think those are the real Buddha. So Buddhisattva vows, you can take it from in front of the holy object, from the visualization. Second is from the gurus. So I think we have enough time. I talk too much. So today we are going to study the qualification of the students, disciples, qualification of the teacher or guru. If you are not fully qualified students, you really cannot practice, bodhicitta or Tantrayana, Vajrayana, renunciation. Cannot. If you're not qualified like students, you're not qualified from university and college, you cannot do any kind of job. For example, kind of researching about the medicine, like studying about the software, still I think is very delicate. You must be a very qualified person to do this kind of work, this kind of job. In general works, in a simple job, you need qualifications to do the job. Therefore, when you searching a job, you have an interview. Interview, first you need to show, these are my certificates. After they look all the certificate, they will ask you a question about your experience. That means you need two important: first, knowledge; second, experience. Even the simple job, you must be qualified. Therefore, qualification of the students or disciples or practitioner, then qualification of the guru or teacher. If you are fully qualified student, if you have all the qualities, if the teacher, the guru doesn't have the quality, you cannot achieve anything. You cannot achieve anything. For example, mistakenly, you believe, the what do you call, who produced the magician, right? Mistakenly, you believe the magician cow is real cow. Then you want to make a tea, right? Then you really wish to get milk from the magician, the magical kind of cow. You go there, you are trying to, milking from the cow, you try to make a tea, you're just thinking, oh, the tea is so nice. Everything you're, in your mind, it's nothing really true. Therefore, second, we need to rely on the qualified teacher. Yes, you are a qualified student, or the teacher is very qualified teacher. Then most important, what we need teaching. We need to receive teaching from the qualified teacher, right? Until today, many people, many Buddhist people, also some of you, I knew, some of you very happy to have a, qualified gurus, teacher, rinpoche. We just happy. It's not just enough. We must have a qualified teacher. Then we must receive the teachings from the qualified teacher. Then, yes, another problem, the teacher is qualified. For example, His Holiness Dalai Lama is one of the most important qualified teacher. Many people say living Buddha. He's not actually living Buddha. So we receive so many teachings from His Holiness. We are very happy. Oh, His Holiness is my guru. Or Lama Zopa is my guru. This Rinpoche is my guru. That Rinpoche is my guru. I receive all the initiation teaching. You are very happy. No. You should not be happy just receiving teaching from qualified teacher. You need to practice. Therefore, the two qualifications are very important. Students and teacher receive the teaching, not just satisfy receive teaching. You need to practice. So in order to receive teachings, you need few kind of thoughts about teaching. The first few, like a few minutes, or we will spend time with the how to listen the teachings. I know you don't have a Lamrim books. I will explain based on the Lamrim, the volume 1. You no need to open. It just, disturb your minds. So after you met a teacher, you need to receive a teaching, how to listen. So how to listen from how you should listen, how the teacher must teach. There's two things. How to listen to and explain the teachings. How to listen to teaching, which both the teaching and its author are great. There's a 3. Contemplating the benefits of hearing teaching. Right? Then developing reverence of the teaching and the instructor. How you actually listen. That means first you need to know the benefits of listening teaching. So why I need to listen teaching? What kind of a benefit I can have after I listen teaching? You need to know the benefit of listening teaching, right? Second, after you receiving teaching from your guru, please don't forget 2 things: reverence or respect to the teaching, then the instructor or guru. Then how to actually listen, right? First, need to know the benefit of listening teaching, and must have a pure respect to the teaching and teacher. Here the order, first the teaching, then teacher, then how to actually listen the teaching, right? So I will read the sentence from the sutra. Through hearing, phenomena are understood. Through hearing, wrongdoing is overcome. Through hearing, what is the meaningless in is eliminated. Through the hearing, nirvana is attained. First, after you listening the teaching, the phenomena are understood. After you listen the teaching, then you really know, about the reality. Without hearing, without study, you're not going to understand anything. Second, through the hearing, wrongdoing is overcome. Right? Actually, generally, if you do a lot of wrong thing, you will have a lot of problems. If you do a lot of wrong things, other people really harm from you. Wrongdoing no good at all. It generally according to Dharma. So we need to overcome, the wrongdoing things. Without listening teaching, you don't know how to overcome wrongdoing. So through hearing, what is the meaningless is eliminated. After you listen the teaching, so you're going to stop doing the meaningless thing. Because for you think, oh, Dharma is very important. When I have a free time, accept my important things for my life, I must listen the teaching. I must practice the Dharma. That means after you listen teaching, you're going to stop doing the meaningless thing, meaningless. Through hearing, nirvana is attained, right? So we always believe, nirvana, Buddhahood, liberation. If you really truly believe liberation, Buddhahood, you must listen the teaching and practice the teaching, that you can attain nirvana. Then the analogy here, just as someone dwelling inside a house, enshrouded in completely darkness, has eyes but does not see, the form that are there. Now, until today, we are totally living in the samsara, means we are staying in the very darkness place. Very darkness place. Things are there. We cannot see. We have our eyes, but we cannot see the things still there. Things are there. Emptiness is always there. Impermanence is always there. The cause of suffering is always there. The cause of happiness is always there. We don't understand because we don't have a, Dharma's eyes. We don't have eyes of the Dharma, right? So when we have a Dharma knowledge, when we listen to the teaching, then we know that the things are in us. So also, a person born of the noble lineage, although possessing intelligence, does not know until told what is virtuous and what is not. Therefore, everybody, we are very intelligent. We have a wisdom. We can learn things very easily. We are kind of very educated person. But we don't know what is virtuous, we must do. What is not virtuous, we should not do because we don't study Dharma. Therefore, he says, although possessing intelligence, do not know until told, do not know until we study Dharma. Therefore, there are so many benefits of Dharma. Therefore, everybody must have a very strong kind of, desire, strong motivation to listen the teaching, to study Dharma. Then I can achieve Nirvana. I always said many times, maybe more than 1,000 times, it is very important to listening teaching. It is very important to study Dharma. It is very important to attend Dharma class. Make sure that attending Dharma class, studying Dharma, listening teaching, studying all the logics and reasonings should not cause to arise your ego, your attachment, your pride. I can see some of my friends, since they're studying logics and reasonings, they become very like a logician, not practitioner. Some of my friends are very practitioner, not logician. We have to be both, logician, practitioner, logician. If you become just logician, if you be logician, it is really the knowledge of Dharma turn into poison. If you are only trying to practice Dharma, don't study little bit logics and reasonings, then you cannot have a good progress in your practice because you don't have a logics and reasoning about your study and practice. Therefore, we must need both logics and practicing. You have to be both logician and practitioner and logician. Please make sure all your knowledge cannot be caused to harm others, should not be caused to increase your ego, increase your pride. Make sure the Dharma knowledge should not be caused to look down your Dharma friends. I can see, I can see the dangers is still there. Then, because you say, through hearing, wrongdoing is overcome. Then the analogy darkness. So you need to know the benefit of the Dharma. The most important, you just think, listening Dharma, studying Dharma is a important light to dispel my sufferings, dispel my problems. The Dharma, studying, hearing, teaching is look like sun to illuminate the darkness of ignorance to achieve Buddhahood. You need to know, must know the importance of hearing, listening the Dharma. Then developing the reverence or respect for the teaching and the instructors, very important. So according to Buddhist tradition, for example, before we open Lamrim, traditionally we put the book on the head. I fully respect the teaching. Any kind of teaching in the Tibetan language, Chinese language, Thai language, Malay language, Indonesian language, doesn't matter the language. So far, the text is the Dharma book. You must have a pure respect. You should not use the Dharma book as a general knowledge book. Have a respect. For example, you have only one kind of, what do you call that? The doctor give you prescription. You have a prescription which is given by a most important doctor. Therefore, you have to be very careful with the prescription. If you lost the prescription, you don't care, then you really cannot get the proper medicine. Respect the teachings. Therefore, you must put all the Dharma books bit higher place. Should not put your like a Christian, should not jump upon the Dharma books. If the Dharma book becomes very old, if you have a lot of extra Dharma books which is not going to use anymore, then the best idea from my point of view, you should not bring the old books in a different Dharma center, temple. For example, when you go to Gelang, in front of the vegetarian shops, there's a few kind of what you call like a place you can leave your books, you can leave the audio or CD or statue or painting. When you look around, you can see this place look like big, kind of trash bins. Nobody will collect from there. The based on my idea, if you have a lot of old Dharma books, please bring directly to the recycle area. Ask them recycle directly. Right? Doesn't mean the paper will come as a normal paper. We can reuse. Don't need to dump the books in the the collection area like a Gelang temple. Many people bring old books in the Tibetan Buddhist Center. I said, please don't bring all the books, all the old books, even the new books. Please don't bring TBC because we have more than enough books. That's why we really have to respect to the textbook. Second, respect to the gurus or teacher. What does mean respect? Whenever you see guru, you need to do prostration. If you can do, it's okay. So this one we really have to follow the culture. For example, you met your guru on the in the supermarket. Someone may do prostration in supermarket. It's no good. You just say hello, good morning, how are you? It's a normal reaction. You should not go, oh, guru, like this. Then people think you might be a little bit sego. What does mean respect to the guru? It has a 6 attributes. Listening at inappropriate time. If you respect your guru, you listen teaching, but the right time. That guru is having breakfast. You ask teacher to give me teaching, explain Dharma. That means you are not really respecting the guru. Therefore, listening at an appropriate time, then showing homage. You must, pay respect, physically, mentally, verbally. Then number 3, showing difference. Number 4, not being resentful. This is very important. But you accept someone as your guru. The guru knew you have a potential to practice dharma. You have potential to do the proper dharma practice. Then the teacher asks you to do, for example, this time I ask you to do the fasting practice. Sometimes you feel so difficult. I'm so hungry. I'm so thirsty. I cannot eat because the guru said that you get, resent, you get angry towards your guru. Therefore, not being resentful. Number 5, practicing according to the instructor words. So if you accept someone is your guru, which is fully qualified, the teacher asks you to do a lot of practice, you should not have a resentful mind. Also, you must practice according to the teacher instructions. Because the teacher is qualified teacher, he or she won't give you the wrong instruction. Therefore, sometimes you can see, he or she is your guru, but you are following, other instructor, then there's no point to say you are my guru, right? Number 5, practicing according to the instructor words. Number 6, not looking for the chance to argue. Not looking for chance to argue with your guru. Because it is so important to have a discussion. It is so important to have a debate with your guru. But when you wish to have a debate, you wish to have a debate in order to dispel your doubts, your misunderstanding. You should not look at a chance to have just argue with your guru. There's no point. So this means how to respect your guru. There's a 6 lesson at the appropriate time, showing homage, showing defense, not being resentful, practicing according to the instructor's words, then not looking for the chance to argue. These are very important. It's almost 11. Okay, so today you have to learn 2 things. Now we just go to, we talk a little bit next time. Next, we will discuss how you actually listen. First, you need to know the benefit of the teachings. Second, you must have a respect to the teachings and the teacher, right? What does it mean respect to the teaching? You should not have a disrespect for any of the Dharma books. Even though you are Buddhist, you should not have a disrespect for the Muslim Quran. You should not have a disrespect for the Christian Bible. You should not have a disrespect for the Hindu Gita. You must respect other Dharma religion books, because Buddhist teaching benefit for the many Buddhist people. The Muslim teaching like Quran benefits for billions of people. We must have a respect. It doesn't mean you must follow the Quran. You must follow the Bible, right? Like Bible. You should not. It doesn't mean you practice the Gita, the Hindu one. You must respect. So when you open, Quran, like a Bible, right? Bible, I cannot pronounce well, or Gita, you can read. After you reading, something is very useful for your daily practice. You must, select, apply your daily life. You find something very important, very interesting, very useful from, Bible. Also, you can, you can practice, you can apply, which is good for you, right? Then, what does mean respect to your teacher? Guru, there's a 6, right? Then, so why we need to listen teaching? How you actually listen teaching? 3 things very important. Abandoning the 3 folds of the vessels, relying on the 6 idea, very important. So you are look like a vessel, you are look like a container, right? Abandoning the 3 folds of the container or vessels, then relying on the 6 idea. So when you listen teaching, you must be free from the 3 folds. Number 1, being upside down. That the container you put upside down, doesn't matter how many nectar, milk, water come in, never go in the container. The number 2, through the held right upside down, not upside down, put the held right side up. Then number 3, though clean, having a leaky bottom. Therefore, we should not be look like upside down pots. But you're not really upside down person. It's upset pot, but not so clean. Cannot use. It's upset, very clean, but it has a leaky. It has a hole. This means you listen focusfully when you attend teaching. When you listening teaching audio video, you focusfully listen. You listen. You should not just ignore the teaching and listening. That means you are totally upside down. Therefore, all of us, we are not really upside down. We are upset. We are listening. We are teaching. We are listening. We are watching all the YouTube. Or we are really not upside down. We are upset. The right through the right set up, but our containers, we listen the teaching, but we have a lot of kind of strain in our mind. We have a kind of lot of misunderstanding, lot of so many negative things about teachings, the teacher practicing. Therefore, the teaching cannot be useful for you. But you are very right upside. You have a very pure mind. You don't have I forgot to plug the anyway. So 3 things very important. Listen focusfully, have a very pure motivation, have a very strong desire to practice Dharma. Then we are almost have our first 3 conditions. We really right set off, we listen in teaching, we attend Dharma class, we watch all the YouTube and about Dharma, and also we have a pure motivation, strong desire to practice Dharma. One problem commonly we have, the forgetfulness. We all in leaky container. We listen today morning, we forgot in afternoon, listen afternoon, evening. Somehow we have a problem to not remembering everything what we learn. These are very, I think, big problems. Why we have this problem? I think we have a few conditions. First, I know many of you are, just even though my class, I'm not saying, I think many of you attending class from different master, from teachers, your mind is half listening, teaching. Maybe 25 you focus on the teaching, 75% you are thinking something else. Because if I'm not listening carefully now, I can watch the recording. I can watch later. This is one problem. You're not focusful, you can watch later. Second problem, instead of install in your mind, instead of memorize in your mind, you keep a notes. Keep a notes. Oh, I have a note, I can read later. Then number 3, I think commonly, we don't have a habit to fully focus. Therefore, for us, very easy to forgetting things, right? Forgetting things very easily because we have this kind of habits. Particularly, if you don't have a good habits to memorize, remember things in your mind without books, without laptop, without phone, without notes, then how you can practice the Dharma while you are drying? You are already in process of the death. You cannot see the books, laptop, mobile, notebook. You cannot see. Your body is so weak. Also, you cannot hear any teachings. Your hearing is become very weak. Now, how you can practice the Dharma while we are on the process of death? Therefore, we really need to have a good habits to memorize. The memorize we must put in the very deep kind of rooted. Then we cannot hear, we cannot see, we cannot talk. Still, you can maintain your Dharma practice until you fully dead. Okay, so today we didn't talk about the qualification of the student and teacher. Next time, we will study about the 6 idea and the qualification of students and teacher. So now I think somebody asked a question about donating the organs. So we have a little time, I will discuss. According to, the religious culture, making donation is very important because part of practice of generosity. You can say all religious, even though people who don't have a religion, still they support many people, donating clothes and food and medicine. This is a very interesting, important kind of practice in human society. Even though someone is totally free thinker, they don't believe religion, they're not happy with the religion, when they see their neighbor is lacking of food and clothes and medicine, they can feel their suffering. They donate clothes, food, medicine, whatever they have. Is very important practice as a human being, as a religious person, as a follow Buddhism. They like making donation, try to be generous person is very important. So before I explain the things, in order to practice Buddha teachings, I think 3 things very important. Before you try to be Buddhist, first they always try to be good person. Good person, right? Because everybody looking a good person. If you run a company, you're looking good person. If you run a restaurant, you have a little small business. If you're looking like a mates or a helper, first condition, I need a good person. Be good person is very important. Be good person. If you're not able to be good person, you should not think, I can follow Buddha teaching, I can practice Dharma. You cannot. Your foundation is 0. First, good person. Second, good brother, good sister, good husband, good wife, good teacher, good uncle, good auntie is linked with your family. Generally, you are a good person. If you're not good brother and sister, uncle, auntie, you cannot be happy with your family. Your family is not happy with you. Again, you don't have a foundation to practice Dharma. First, have to be a good person, right? Also, you are looking a good boss. The boss always looking good like workers. If you are, let's say, single, you wish to be married. Again, you are looking a good person, good heart, compassionate person, pure person, transparent person. First have to be good person. If you are a good person, definitely you can be a good brother, sister, good husband, good wife, good uncle, auntie. If you are good, like uncle, auntie, brother, sister, husband, wife, then all family likes you. You are very much happy with your relatives. So there's one problem, cannot be a good uncle, cannot be good auntie, cannot be good father, good mother, good husband, good wife. There's a few problems, few causes not to be good, like any of them. Number one, we don't have enough patience. Patient. Somebody nagging you, you get angry. Then you slowly keep distant with your relatives and family. Somebody criticizes you, again, you lost temper. Then you cannot be, good one of the father, mother. And also, try to be, if you are married, if you are a husband, you have to be good husband. You have to be good wife. If you are good parents, you can have a happy family. Your children like you, you like your children. If you are not good husband, you cheat your wife. You are no good wife, you cheat your husband, then the relationship becomes very unhealthy. Always arguing, always fighting. Then the old children become like that. Therefore, how to be good husband and wife? You need to think. Because in Singapore, and make sure I'm not criticizing Singaporean as a nation. No. So I have been meeting so many people who are facing a lot of problem about divorce case. Getting married very simple, very fast. You can get married with someone within 3 days. Oh, I like you, I love you. They know each other. Oh, I want to marry with you. Both agree, getting married, go at the Fort Canning, the married hall, sign, finish. You're already married. Very easy. Think about divorce. Not easy at all. One of the very difficult things in your life. Why there's so many divorce cases? That means the husband and wife, they're not happy each other. That's why they wish to be divorced. This one, there's a few kind of, condition we can talk. So here, making donation, making your organ as a donation, generally is very, very, very good. Because you are, anyway, 100% you're going to die in the accident or natural, whatever. Still your, body, which is you own by your virtuous action, these organs like eyes, like a heart, lung, kidneys, mainly heart and lungs and kidneys, still, benefiting for other is good. The question rests here when we should donate. If somebody take your organs, you fully dead. What happened? When the consciousness leave last, right? So here you need to know a few things. First, you need to know the process of the death. You need to know the visualization of the stage of the visualizations. When you reach to the like almost 4th, 5th stage, if somebody cut your heart, lungs, kidneys, somebody cut your heart, you won't feel any feelings. It cannot be disturb your practice because you already maintain your practice very deep level. If somebody cut, if you need to leave your body, it won't affect your practice. Number one. Number two, so when the consciousness leave, finally, what is the final state? According to teaching, we can explain. I can explain, you can understand. But nobody can recognize, oh, this person finally passed away. The consciousness is no more there. Not easy to understand. Not easy to understand. Right? So, if the person is quite healthy, when there's accident, definitely you can see, the kind of the red blood come from nose, little bit from here, or maybe some liquids coming out from your lower parts, the private parts. That means the person passed away. Natural death, you can see this kind of sign. The body is very weak. Stay in hospital for a few months, person become very, very weak. Also, you cannot see the sign. For you, if you think, oh, now the person doesn't have any feeling, if you can think, oh, the person doesn't have any sense of, suffering when I cut the organ and heart, it's okay. You can ask, you can have a kind of writing. Please make sure when you check my organs, you need to check I don't have any sense, any feeling. It's okay. You can feel the feeling when they cut the organs. You cannot shout. You cannot even scream, because your consciousness becomes reached to very subtle. Still, you can have a feeling somebody cutting my heart and lungs. Then suddenly you get angry and upset. This is no good. So precisely up to you. If you think I'm okay, my life is almost finished. Somebody take my organs anytime. If you're very happy, if you're very determined, it's okay. So this is the simple answer for the person. So we can discuss more next class. Next class we will study the 2 qualifications, little bit about the 6 ideas. Then we can have a more discussion. Is there any new question here?
Yes, Geshe-la, there's one question.
Hmm?
Yeah. This student would like to confirm her understanding. So, when we practice Bodhicitta meditation, we expand our attention to cover all sentient beings in great compassion, not just those 6 classes of being in the desire realm, but in all 3 realms, desire, form, and formless realm. For example, all the 31 classes of beings that you have taught us before. Is this understanding correct?
Yeah, it's correct. So when we generate bodhicitta, generate compassion, love, even though you can focus, the bodhisattvas, who haven't become a Buddha, they are almost reaching to Buddhahood. They are almost to be Buddha. Still in object of your compassion, you must include, even though Bodhisattva who reach to the 10 bhumis, 9 bhumis, also include the Arhat who achieve liberation, not Buddhahood. Maybe all sentient beings mean who are not become Buddha yet. Therefore, yes, in the object of meditation, you include all sentient beings, include all the bodhisattvas. Sometimes we feel very still, I'm not bodhisattva, still I need to generate compassion bodhisattva. Sometimes feel it's, bit difficult, but even though they are sentient being, they have a sufferings, subtle level of suffering, you can generate love and compassion. Also, look at, we are very simple person. We are not very rich people. We are not very wealthy. We are not very educated. We all very ordinary person. But when we realize our motivation, great compassion, great love to all sentient beings, then you feel very proud about it. Also, we are very ordinary, simple person. So our goal, our achievement to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings, is make you very proud about it. Also, it give you a lot of encouragement, encouragement to practice Dharma. Also, it gives you a lot of encouragement to be a happy person. Sometimes we think, oh, I have so many problems. I don't have this, I don't have that. You feel very, unhappy. Just remember your motivation. Remember your achievement. You look very simple. Yes, very simple. If you check your motivation, you are not that, that simple person. Yes. Next question, please.
I don't have a question on queue, Geshe-la.
Okay, so thank you so much for attending the Sunday class. I always, urge, I really hope whatever you learn from me, from Lamrim, or from the Adisha, the part 2 enlightenment, from the will of Dharma, whatever you learn from, any master, any books, any YouTube, or any audios, I really urge all of you to practice as much as you can. If you practice Dharma for the 10 beings, someday you have a problem, some difficulties will come. At the end, you can be victorious. Particularly when the death comes, so you feel very happy to able to practice Dharma, to study Dharma, because you know when you leave this world, nothing can bring with you, even the body, except the karma, positive and negative. Then you go with the karma to next life. That moment, you feel very happy. You secure your next life. You have important things to bring with you, which is the positive karmas. Therefore, practice Dharma as much as you can. When you practice Dharma, please you start from the foundation. Foundation, solid foundation. You should not really, try to jump in the high level, right? There's a Tibetan saying, if you jump, when the tiger jump, for example, tiger and fox, the two animals, they're living, I think, side by side. Then the tiger really jump into high kind of attitudes, jump into high, make a high jump and catch the animal to eat. Then the fox thought, oh, the tiger jumped very highly and catch the animal. Why not me? Then the fox or the copy as a tiger jump The fox cannot catch the animal, he fall down. What happened at the end? The fox break the hips and legs. Therefore, we should not be like a fox. We must practice according to our ability, according to our knowledge, according to our potential. Then slowly your practice going to a very high level. At the beginning, you should not try to do the high level of practice. Thank you so much. Have a happy Sunday. So at the end, we do dedication as usual. I chant in Tibetan. You do dedication, dedicate all your merits, particularly the merits which is being accumulated today. Also, many people accumulate merit through offering the lights and flowers and fruits and so and so. Also, we dedicate the merit to benefit those contributors, those generous family, person, and group. Gewa junze dagi jisa badam jesu be chanju jim. Chaze wadan chujin she badam jesu yiran gulin sowa. Gewa junze dagi jisa badam jesu be chanju chembur. Jide ayam be yegan tanje do mine chune zase zate. Madro moge guba gujen, sirine me dege dembar.